All right, today we're diving into a new tool called INFOSNAP. It's designed to solve a massive headache that I think pretty much everyone in a knowledge-based job feels. It's all about tackling the chaos of modern research. And, it all starts with a feeling we know way too well. Does this look familiar? You've got a dozen browser tabs open, a folder full of PDFs, a few spreadsheets scattered around, and you're just trying to connect the dots. It really feels like you're drowning, doesn't it? Well, you're not alone. This is the reality for so many of us. And this feeling, it actually has a name, the research overload problem. It's this daily, grinding struggle for anyone whose job it is to make sense of information, whether you're a policy analyst, a market researcher, or, just trying to write a report. And here's the real kicker. A researcher's most valuable asset is their brain power, right? But so much of it is being wasted on these manual, repetitive tasks. We're talking countless hours just lost finding and organizing information before you can even get to the real work, the actual analysis. And if we get specific, the frustrations are things like trying to pull data out of a terribly formatted PDF or trying to mix live info from a website with your static documents. And then there's the slow, painful process of manually pulling out key facts to build a clean data set. It's a huge universal pain point. So what if there was a better way? This is where a totally new approach comes into play, a solution that's designed to just cut right through all that noise. So let's talk about INFOSNAP. At its heart, INFOSNAP is a really simple but incredibly powerful idea. It's an AI assistant that isn't trapped inside a single app. Just imagine it, a little workspace that floats over your browser, your PDFs, your desktop. It works wherever you work, and it ties your whole research process together. So how does it do it? Well, it starts with what's called deep document analysis. INFOSNAP doesn't just read your documents, it actually understands them. It can intelligently pull out tables, find key figures, and even map out citation networks so you can see how all your sources connect. Then you've got semantic discovery. Now, this is not your average keyword search. It uses this advanced AI to understand the meaning and the context of what you're looking for, so it can find relevant info across everything, your PDFs, websites, all of it, and get you much more accurate results, way faster. And of course, once you've found those amazing insights, you need to share them, right? With one-click knowledge transfer, you can instantly turn your findings into a professional PowerPoint deck, a PDF report, or just a clean CSV file. No more tedious copy-pasting and formatting for hours. Okay, and here is the absolute game changer. Live screen capture. This is what really sets it apart. INFOSNAP can legally and ethically grab information from any live website or screen, turning that dynamic, real-time data into a solid, verifiable part of your research. Now, I know it sounds a bit like magic, but of course, it's just really clever technology. So let's take a quick look under the hood and see how INFOSNAP actually pulls all of this off. The whole process is basically broken down into 5 layers. First, it ingests data from everywhere. Then, it pre-processes it to get it ready for the AI. The retrieval layer uses smart search and a technique called RAG, which just means it finds the right text before generating an answer, which is key for accuracy. Then the reasoning layer uses a secure local large language model, something like Mistral 7B, to create insights without your data ever leaving your computer. And finally, the report layer puts it all together in a nice, polished package for you. Okay, so this all sounds amazing, super powerful, but is it actually practical? Let's talk about the brass tacks, what it would actually take to make INFOSNAP a reality. First off, speed. Because it's built on proven open-source technology, a working version, a minimum viable product, can be up and running in just 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some years-long project. It's a solution you can have almost immediately. And what about the cost? Well, for a pilot project, the estimated monthly cost is less than 30,000 rupees. This isn't some crazy expensive enterprise-only tool. That price point makes powerful AI automation reachable for teams and organizations of pretty much any size. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room with any AI tool. Can you actually trust it? INFOSNAP tackles this head-on. It fights against those infamous AI hallucinations with something called citation-first prompting, which means every single insight is tied directly back to a source. Plus, it uses multi-source verification to cross-check facts, building a real foundation of trust. So we've seen the features, we've looked at the tech, but the real question is, what's the impact? In a real world, what does this actually do for you? This is where INFOSNAP becomes truly transformative. And this is the headline number.
a mind-blowing 90% reduction in the time spent preparing research and reports. Think about that. This isn't just about being a little faster. It's about completely changing the job. It frees up researchers to do more deep thinking, more analysis, and create so much more value.
And if you break it down, you see this amazing cycle of benefits. The huge time savings obviously lead to major cost reductions. The citation-first approach means you have way more trust in the results, and by offering summaries in local languages, it makes complex information accessible to a much wider audience.
And this isn't just a tool for one specific industry. The applications are incredibly broad. You can imagine policy analysts tracking legislation, market researchers digging into competitor data, legal teams sifting through documents, academics reviewing literature, or auditors ensuring compliance. The core problem is the same across the board, and InfoSnap is the solution.
So the ultimate takeaway is this. InfoSnap is about a fundamental shift from manual labor to automated intelligence. It's about getting faster, more reliable, and totally trusted insights right at your fingertips. This isn't just a new tool, it's really about a new era of discovery. And the only question left is, what could you uncover if you were no longer drowning in documents?